In this video, I'll give you full backend development roadmap and I'll give you how you can get started to learn backend step by step and what you can do in order to become a really good backend developer. So watch this video till the end. So let's just get started. First thing I want you to do is learn a programming language properly. You might have learned this in college or your school days, but I am trying to tell you, saying like you need to learn a language properly. How you can do it? Pick a programming language, maybe Python, Java, or JavaScript, or any other language which you are comfortable with. Once you have picked it, go to YouTube and start watching some of the programming videos related to that particular language. You will be able to learn that particular language in depth. Whatever they have taught you in school or college, that might not be that much up to date, and it can be used in backend directly. So that's why learning it online will help you to get a complete understanding of that particular language, and don't spend much time on it. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks is absolutely fine for you to get to understand one programming language properly, and you can start using it in order to do the backend stuff inside it. Second thing is pick a environment for you to start working in the backend language. So what do I mean by environment, or even we can simplify it as a framework? So just understand, if you have learned Python, then there are some of the options which are available in it in order to help you to become a backend developer. So what are those options? First option is you can start learning using Django. So this particular Django framework will help you to create backend as well as front end application properly. Using Django, you can write some Python functions and decorators, using which you will be able to get access to lots of backend functionality, which you can then use in your projects. Also, learning frameworks like Django or even Flask and Fast API. So these are some of the options which you have in Python to learn backend. Learning any of these things will help you to understand HTTP requests properly. So what are these HTTP requests? HTTP requests are certain protocols which we use in order to do something in the backend. Whenever you visit a website, usually you will be doing a GET request and you will get all the content of that particular website. In order to send some kind of data to the backend, you will be using POST request. And in order to delete some data, you will be sending delete request. In order to update something, you will be sending put request. And so many like this requests are available, which you can learn using these frameworks easily. And if you don't want to go in Python path, you can pick any other language also. So if you are picking PHP, in that you have some framework named Laravel, using which you can do exactly same thing what I mentioned for Django if you are using Python. So whatever the language you pick, there will be some kind of backend framework in order to help you to do that. If you say JavaScript, you can use something like Node.js or Nest.js in order to do that. If you say you are going to do using Java, then you have something like a Spring Boot and all the other Spring related framework in order to help you to do that. So that's why if you pick any of this language or some other language also, you can find easily a framework or tool which will help you to build a backend API using that particular programming language. Third thing, once you are familiar with learning a programming language, then once you get to know what framework you are going to use, and once you are familiar with these HTTP requests, next thing you can do is to start building projects. When you're building projects, you'll be able to understand lots more than these HTTP requests, because whenever we are like doing some kind of backend operations, we'll start from CRUD functionality, and once this basic CRUD functionality is done, CRUD means nothing, create, read, update and delete. So this is just used for doing certain operation in the backend in order to make one application work properly. So once you are familiar with these basic CRUD operations, you will be able to do complex things. And in order to do complex things, you need to have some kind of real world project scenario. So that will help you to learn this backend framework even better, and you will become a really good backend developer. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can like put it in the comment box, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. See you in the next video. Bye bye.